They've won the first two and put themselves in a pretty good position as far as the wild card is concerned. Coming into this series, they needed to win and win a lot. They needed to win series here on out, and now here they come out and they've got an opportunity to pick up their 5th consecutive victory.
Yeah, and win another series too. And the key, really, when you think about it, it's going to be J.C. Ramirez. My go-tos for him to be successful today. When you look at the pitches he has, the arsenal he has that power fastball, that four-seam fastball at 98 miles an hour, and he can paint that corner with it consistently, but it sets up his very good swing and miss hard slider, 88 to 91 range. His curveball very solid. And when you look at numbers for members of the Seattle lineup, they struggle against a slider and curveball, but it's all set up by that power four-seam fastball from J.C. Ramirez.
I made mention of the wild card standings for the Angels, and this is where we're currently at right now. The Angels and the Mariners a half game back of the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota and the Tigers playing an absolutely crazy game at Comerica Park. In the first inning, the Tigers had a 5-0 lead. The Twins stalked back. They took the lead. It's 11-10 Twins.
So the Vikings taking on the Lions from Ford Field.
Exactly. Tampa Bay got shut out by Cleveland. Kansas City is right now, where are they?
3-2, but they're struggling to hold on themselves right now against the White Sox.
Baltimore is leading Oakland 5-0. That's game at the bottom. That's at the top of the first at the Coliseum with the Orioles still batting, and it doesn't get any easier for the Angels. After wrapping up this series tomorrow, they will head cross country to the nation's capital. They'll have the off day on Monday and then play the Washington Nationals for a quick 2-game series, and they got word today that Max Scherzer will not pitch in that series. He's pitching tomorrow because of the washout yesterday. So it looks like the players still getting ready, and there's still some stuff needing to be removed here. Maybe I jumped the gun on that guarantee, Gooby.
Well, you're guaranteed it's going to start.
Yeah, I did guarantee we're going to start. I said next, but
yeah, well, next. We'll keep that going for a while.
next. Let's step away one more time.
Next.
Yeah. Next. It's happening. This game's going to happen at some point. I hope. I guarantee it. I hope.
Yes.
In honoring Edgar Martinez here tonight as they retire the number 11. And now the Mariners are taking the field like guaranteed it would happen at some point. Erasmo Ramirez, the starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners, getting ready to start his warm-up pitches. And we'll take a look at Mike Scioscia's starting lineup for game number 118 of the season. Halos a game over 500 at 59 and 58. They'll have Ben Revere leading things off in left field. Mike Trout's in center. Albert Pujols at DH. Cole Calhoun in right. Andrelton Simmons, the shortstop. C.J. Cron at first. Luis Valbuena gets a start at third base. Martin Maldonado behind the plate, and it's Caleb Coward batting ninth, playing second. Erasmo Ramirez, 27-year-old native of Rivas, Nicaragua. This is his second go-around with the Seattle Mariners. The Angels saw him earlier this year as a member of the Tampa Bay Rays. That's where he spent the last couple of seasons, but this is his original ball club, and he's got pretty good numbers in his career against the Angels.
Yeah, 4-2 with a 2.49 career ERA against the Angels. My go-tos to be successful against Ramirez is sit on a sinker. Had not a lot of success against that four-seam fastball upstairs, and don't chase that cutter off the plate. He will try to expand the strike zone with his cutter, and he throws a lot of them. Bring that sinker in the zone and do some power swinging against the sinker.
Check out the defense for Seattle. They're running out the exact same lineup as last night. Gamble, Dyson, Martin in the outfield from left to right. Seager, Segura, Cano, and Alonso from third to first. Zanino behind the plate.
And Gerard Dyson out in center field. You're talking about a guy who could cover some ground. He made an outstanding play the first game of the series. He leads all AL outfielders with 10 assists this season. 9 in center field, 1 in left field. But that play against Albert thought he had a gap or maybe even a home run, but out of nowhere, Dyson runs, flips up that glove, turns around and makes an outstanding play at the wall. The no-look catch by Dyson in center field. What a play, and he is an outstanding defender with a plus throwing arm.
Angels last night ended up picking up 11 hits to the Mariners 10. Halos 3 for 9 with men in scoring position. Seattle 2 for 7. It was Keenan Middleton picking up his third win of the season. As we mentioned in the open, Yusmeiro Petit ended up notching his second save. The Angels did make a move today as Cesar Puello, who made his major league debut just a couple of days ago, got a hit and a couple of stolen bases, was designated for assignment. Andrew Bailey, who had been on the 60-day disabled list, activated, and he is in the bullpen. And as far as another note for rehabbing pitchers, Andrew Heaney is making the start tonight at AAA Salt Lake. May or may not be his last go-round at the minor league level, coming back from Tommy John surgery. Maybe we see him as soon as next weekend in Baltimore. Revere ready to lead things off. Here's the first one tonight, and it's in there for a strike.
Again, Ramirez not overpowering with his fastball, 89 to 93 range. Will throw a slider, cutter, like I mentioned, changeup, a solid changeup, and an occasional curveball.
It's a slice foul, no balls, 2 strikes. Ben getting the start in left field. No Cameron Maybin tonight. Revere hitting .257, 9 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 33 runs batted in. Bouncing the off-speed pitch.
Ben Revere 2 for 5 in his career versus Ramirez.
Start against the Angels earlier this year. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. This is Rosmo's 11th career appearance, 7th start against the Angels. Bouncer toward the middle. Cano to his right, off balance throw, gets Revere. 1 away.
That is not an easy play or an easy throw for a second baseman to get that much on a throw. Talked about a little bit about that last night about Robinson Cano, the kind of arm strength he has, especially from that arm angle he'll throw at. Got rid of it quickly on the transfer and gets Ben Revere at first base.
Very accurate throw. As Mike Trout steps to the plate with the bases clear. Trout last night on board 3 times via the walk. Went 0 for 2. 2 fly ball outs. Also scored twice. On base percentage now at .469. .345 batting average. 23 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Line back up the middle and off the mound. We'll have to do some repair work on the side of the mound there.
Yeah.
1 out single.
Great numbers now. You can see why against Ramirez. Now 9 for 21. My Hyundai key for this game for the Eagles to be successful on little Foo Fighters. Something from nothing, and this is what this team has been able to do so consistently this year, is finding ways to win, using the whole field. Don't try and press at the plate. Albert Pujols, who had been struggling, huge hits last night, including the bases loaded, driving in 2.
Albert takes a strike. 3-hit game for Pujols last night. His last 3 at bats, getting 3 singles, 2 RBIs, scored a run. .231 batting average. 70 runs batted in now for Albert. Out tipped into the glove. 0-2.
And the one thing Albert's going to have to try to do against Ramirez tonight is keep that ball in the lower part of the strike zone. Albert, 333 versus sinker, and Ramirez numbers against his sinker, 372 this season. It's a good combination when it's in the lower part of the strike zone, not the upper part though.
Off the plate, 1-2. Just underway. Revere grounded out. Trout with a base hit up the middle. James Hoy calling the balls and strikes tonight. Chris Siegel at first. Will Little at second. Jeff Kellogg, crew chief, over at third base.
Ramirez has allowed 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts this season. Zunino's had his troubles throwing out base stealers. It's 19%.
Third start for Ramirez since being acquired from Tampa Bay. Exchange for Steve Cishek, the reliever. 1-2. That's pulled toward third. One hopper. Seager to Cano. On to Alonso. Inning-ending double play. Well, to the bottom of the first inning with no score. Services lineup for the Seattle Mariners at 59 and 58, the same record as the Angels. It'll be Gene Segura leading things off at short. Yonder Alonso at first, Robinson Cano at second, Nelson Cruz at DH, Kyle Seager at third, Ben Gamels in left, Gerard Dyson in center, Mike Zunino behind the plate, Leonis Martin rounding out that starting 9. He's at right. Mentioned same lineup as last night. 28-year-old native of Managua, Nicaragua. His name is J.C. Ramirez, making his 26th appearance, 23rd start for the Angels.
Pretty impressive season when you look back here so far for J.C. Ramirez. Career high end as far as all those categories: innings, strikeouts, wins with 10. Looking for win number 11 on this special night where Edgar Martinez, number 11, got retired.
Gene Segura ready to lead things off for Seattle. Comes in batting .315. Takes inside. Segura last night 2 for 3, a single, double to 1. 21 doubles, a triple, 7 home runs, 34 runs batted in, and made a pivotal mistake late in the game last night. The error eventually brought home that winning run. For Segura, 11th error of the season. Just after making a terrific play earlier in the game on a diving play on a hard hit ball. Tends to happen. Evens itself out. 2-1.
Just a very good hitter. Hits all pitches, whether it's fastballs or secondary pitches.
Ground ball back up the middle, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. So a leadoff single. Segura's on board for Alonso. Check out the Angels defensively. Revere, Trout, and Calhoun in the outfield from left to right. The infield with Valbuena, Simmons, Coward, and Crone from third to first. Maldonado behind the plate.
And Luis Valbuena getting that start at third base. This is 19th start. He's committed 2 errors there. Overall in his career, a .967 fielding percentage, has turned 87 double plays from the third base position.
This was hitting through the right side.
And swinging on that first pitch again. Always aggressive. Alonso in the first pitch, hit that ball on the ground, gets it through the hole between first and second. A big moment already in that first inning here for J.C. Ramirez.
Especially with Robinson Cano at the plate. 2 on, nobody out to start this first inning. Cano hitting .273. Has grounded into 17 double plays this year, though. That leads the Mariners. JC has had issues this year at the first inning.
Look, he went on that one.
Did not. With the Kellogg, the crew chief at third. 1 ball, 1 strike.
See if he did indeed cross the plate. Yeah, he crossed the plate, hands and bat.
Legs, helmet. Glance back to Segura. Here's the 1-1. Good fastball. 1-2. Edge of the struggles that JC's had in the first inning. A 5.73 earned run average. Opponents have hit .308 against him. Better of late, though.
When you think about it, it was well over 9 there for a while. Settled down a little bit in the first inning.
Coming off a loss. We have 6 runs against Baltimore. 8 hits. 7 innings. And one of those big hits, the grand slam. Manny Machado. Up until that point, had thrown the ball very well against the Orioles. Back-to-back singles to start the first. No score. Nobody out. Nelson Cruz on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second start that JC has had against Seattle.
Cano versus a slider and a curveball. Both pitches that J.C. Ramirez throws very well. Just a .223 batting average compared to .285 versus a fastball. One of those spots to try to get him the chase. The slider there.
Got him swinging. Good breaking ball. Down goes Cano. 1 out.
Got him to that point. Was he able to throw that breaking ball? Cano has struggled against those 2 pitches this season. Slow curveball there, 81-mile-an-hour curveball from J.C. Ramirez.
One out, 2 on. Here's Cruz. Three-hit game last night. A home run, 2 doubles. 2 runs batted in. Cruz hitting .288. 28 home runs. 92 runs batted in. First one, breaking ball for a strike. Well, if he can establish that pitch early, start opening up the strike zone a little bit. We've seen this Mariners team chase through the first 2 games. Perhaps trying to do a little too much.
Yeah, then you could start going with that 98-mile-an-hour fastball away.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Runs that fastball inside. Good time to do so on an 0-1 count.
And by the way, Justin Upton, walk-off home run for the Detroit Tigers. They just beat the Minnesota Twins.
So the Lions came back, went on 4 field goals.
0-2 pitch. Fastball got him, just blew it right by him. 2 outs.
Upstairs with a fastball. And you wonder why that quick conversation here with Maldonado. Almost as if he was thinking that was a break ball. It was supposed to be, and then he threw a fastball by him.
Well, I mean, if Martin thought that was a breaking ball, he did a pretty good job of handling a 97-mile-per-hour fastball. I can't imagine he got crossed up that way.
Yeah, the thing is, he was setting up a low target, so a lot of times when you do that, you're thinking in terms of being a breaking ball. Certainly not a situation where you're looking back, making sure that Segura's not giving location signs to the hitter, because that didn't work against Nelson Cruz. And you're not going to necessarily worry about him trying to steal third. There's 2 outs. Your mind is right on the hitter, and he's a very good hitter in Kyle Seager.
No balls, 2 strikes. Time called. Ramirez trying to work around back-to-back singles to open up the bottom of the first. He struck out Cano and Cruz. Head of the count here at 0-2. That's pulled down the line, but it'll hook foul.
Too much of the strike zone with the breaking ball. Trust Martin Maldonado to block that breaking ball in the dirt.
Another 0-2. Breaking ball lifted out toward right center. He's going to get out of it. Cole moving over. Nice job by J.C. Ramirez. Couple of strikeouts and a fly ball out to finish off this first inning. We'll head to the second with no score. Take a look at the wild card standings. Mentioned Minnesota just lost at a walk-off to the Detroit Tigers, so we're currently in a virtual tie. The Angels and Mariners are with the Twins. If the Angels lose, they will fall back, and if they win, they will jump ahead to the number 2 wild card spot. Crazy baseball.
Yeah.
Marathon, not a sprint.
The beauty of the wild cards. 2 wild cards.
Cole Calhoun breaks his bat, rolls one to the right side. Segura's there. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the second.
A pitch away against Cole. He's doing such a good job of staying back and hit the ball the other way. Got out in front and grounds out when the scorer playing on that second base side of the bag. Four out so far via a ground ball for Ramirez.
Simmons last night 2 for 4, single and a double, also picked up an RBI, hitting .305, 53 runs batted in. So 2.
Anthony Simmons has really crushed a fastball this season. .343 batting average versus a fastball with 6 home runs, but also very solid against secondary pitches that Ramirez will throw, just under 300.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Mentioned this is his 3rd start since being acquired from Tampa Bay. The first 2 were out on the road. Got a no decision at Texas. Lasted just 3 1/3. He took the loss against Kansas City, 5 runs on 8 hits in his 5 innings of work. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two natives of Nicaragua on the mound facing each other tonight. The first time in over 30 years. 2-2.
It's a really cool moment.
Yeah. Last time it happens. Denny Martinez and Albert Williams, July 4th, 1984. They locked horns 3 times in their career. It's the first time since it's big news back home in Nicaragua. 3-2 to Sky. Behind second base. Near the base. 2 down.
Now with C.J. Cron coming to plate, now it's time for the driver's seat brought to you by the new 2017 Kia Sorento. See those numbers as far as the first baseman. Turn around for the Angels after the All-Star break. Batting average 4th best in baseball, tied for 1st in home runs with 10 so far, 9 so far in the All-Star break, and also slugging percentage.
Average raised up to .257 overall. 8 home runs, 31 runs batted in.
The first baseman, the production, especially from the home run power. 9 since the All-Star break, just 10 prior to that. The whole first half, just 10 home runs. For first baseman between C.J. Cron, Luis Valbuena. Still seeing that fastball inside off the plate, Cron. This time taking it.
Popped up behind the plate. Zunino puts it away. The Angels down in order here in the second. Head to the bottom of the inning with no score. Angels baseball. Receive group ticket pricing for as low as $8 per seat. Just call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com. That is a big glove. That's an outfielder's glove.
Yeah, I was going to say either that or borrowed it from Greg Maddux.
It almost looks like a prop. He's got the glove up.
Yes.
Checking Instagram, but got the glove up.
Yep.
So she's protected. 1-0. Gamble fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gamble, the left fielder. 0 for 4 last night. Hitless in the series so far.
A little too quick on that curveball. Upstairs on J.C. Ramirez.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Nice job by J.C. in the first inning. Gave a back-to-back singles to Segura and Alonso. Retired the next 3 in a row.
And he's starting to settle down in that first inning. His last 12 starts, just 1 earned run. The first 11-0, 14 runs allowed in the first inning.
Oh, quick pitch, lined out towards center. Trout's there. Nope. I don't know if he got a bad read on it. I thought he had a beat on that ball. Ends up falling in there for a base hit, so leadoff single.
Towards the end of the bat, started coming in, thought he was going to settle underneath that one, ends up falling in front of him.
So Gamble's on board for the first time. Here's Dyson, center fielder, 252.
Now with 4 stolen bases, that's the one thing that JC has struggled with this season, is the stolen base. He's allowed 13 stolen bases in 18 attempts against them. You do have Martin Maldonado behind the plate to neutralize that.
Snap throw to first. Gamble's back in there.
Martin is thrown out 40% of base stealers, also has 3 back picks. Close on that one.
Two balls and a strike. Mentioned that percentage for Martin Maldonado. Pudge Rodriguez had his number 7 retired by the Texas Rangers today. He's the all-time leader as far as percentage of thrown out would-be base steals. We're just over 47%. Yadier Molina second. Thurman Munson third all-time.
Well, I always remember
those guys just over 41%.
You know, when we faced Pudge Rodriguez's teams, wherever he was at, and Kansas City always had some guys who could run throughout forever in their organization. But as soon as playing, especially Texas, we're going back to 1 base at a time. You don't want to give up and out. It's that quick.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That back pick, the 29th of the season for Martin Maldonado. That's second most behind Wilson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs as far as a back pick.
Dyson, it seems this year has gone to a much more choked up approach on the bat. You see sometimes guys will maybe a half-inch. He's taking a big time choke on the bat.
I'm sure Edgar Martinez has said, hey, utilize your speed, just make contact, get the ball on the ground, put a lot of pressure on the defense. Runs so well.
See if Gamble's on the move here. Leadoff single for him. 3 hits allowed by JC. No score in the second.
Looked like he was leaning. Dyson has struck out 54 times this season. Strike him out, throw him out, possible.
Gamble takes off. This one ripped foul. So Ben will head back to first.
Throwing an off-speed pitch, especially the way the defense is set up. You're pitching against that, especially the outfield defense. Cole Calhoun way off the line in right field. And you got Ben Revere almost playing on the line in left field. So you would think you would try a fastball here away.
Gamble on the move. Dyson skies one to center. Gamble finds the baseball and alertly will head back toward first. One down. It's a one out. Here comes Mike Zunino. Zunino homered last night. Ended up going 1 for 4. The only bright spot for him. Home run and 3 strikeouts in his performance. The home run is 17th of the year. Now with 45 runs batted in.
Yeah, he is strong. When you make a mistake, he can hit that baseball a long way.
Kind of where you need to pitch him, huh?
Yep.
Away.
Still seems to be back in that pull mode right now. Remember early in the season when he was hitting the ball very well, he was using the middle of the field, even going to right center field.
Two balls, one strike. 32 pitches thrown by JC so far. We're in the second inning. 21 strikes. 2-1. There's a fastball in at the knees.
A good spot with that fastball. 97. The right pitch is the wrong execution of that pitch. It was never close enough to the strike zone to get Zunino to expand and swing at that one. 22 strikes out of 34 pitches thrown so far for JC. Imagine Gamble on the move again.
Two bouncer towards short. Simmons over to Coward for one. The relay to first in time. Inning-ending double play.
What a double play turn. That was not an easy one. On the backhand firm, quick throw over to Coward, and his strong arm completes a 6-4-3 double play.
to you by your SoCal Chevy dealers. 5 new roads.
Roads.
Edgar Martinez is number 11, retired.
Oh. Was that a Tommy Boy moment? Roads?
I said roads.
Yeah.
I think. Roads. Valbuena, Maldonado, and Coward here the third. Rosmer Ramirez gave up a single in the first inning to Trout. Nothing else. Got a double play ball off the bat of Pujols in that first inning. Luis getting to start at third base, hitting 186. 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in.
Ramirez has given up 15 home runs, 9 to left-handed batters. And that's Valbuena's zone. Found that one off his leg.
I mentioned the power numbers against Ramirez. Lefties have touched him to a 289 batting average. Righties 244. That's on the entire season. Last year, as we talked about it when we were in Tampa, or in St. Petersburg actually, to play Tampa Bay, he spent the majority of the season out of the bullpen. Very effective for him. Pretty good numbers as he started throughout his career. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 64 games out of the pen last year. Went 7-11 with a 3.77 ERA. This year, kind of doing the same thing. 29th game. It's just his 11th start. It's pulled foul.
Pitches inside well, changes speed, so that good cutter.
Luis just 2 for 25 so far in the month of August. And the shift on him. Takes a called strike 3, 1 out. First strikeout to Ramirez. A little backdoor breaking ball.
Yeah, when you look at numbers against Ramirez this season versus his fastball, completely different than those secondary pitches. This is a little cut fastball, catching that outside corner frame well by Zunino. 322 versus fastball with 8 home runs, but secondary pitches, it's a 100-point drop. 222 with 7 home runs. That includes his cut fastball, changeup, and slider. A very rare occasion, a curveball. Strike though, it doesn't walk many batters.
No. Yeah, just 16 walks, 62 punch outs, and 77 innings this year. One and 2. Martino with a multi-hit game last night, going 2 for 4. Couple of singles and a run scored. Behind in the count at 1 and 2. Zunino set up outside. Ball that kind of hung a little bit. Able to foul it off.
Go back inside. Dislocation by quite a bit on that pitch.
Breaking pitch, foul back. That's going in Terry's booth.
That might have went right in there.
That may have landed right on Terry.
I think Mark Langston might have made the play while playing guitar.
That ball was right next door.
There he is with the smile.
That went in there.
Hey, the Gold Glover's got to make the play there, Langer.
Well, it's still part of it.
To keep that hand and fingers in good shape playing guitar.
He's alive. He's all right.
Yes, he's back.
That's line to left center field. Good piece of hitting. They'll split the outfielders and go to the wall. Martin Maldonado with a 1-out double. Angels have their first man in scoring position.
14th double. Good swing. That fastball stayed up right middle part of the plate. 94, but heart of the plate, and he lines it in the gap in left center field for Maldonado.
Here's Caleb Cowart. Back in the starting lineup at second base. Came into the game defensively last night, had one plate appearance, ended up grounding into a double play. Checks his swing, fouls it. 0-1 count.
Starting to get a little frustrated right now at the plate. Still been solid defensively, including that double play turn with Anderson Simmons feed over to him at second base.
Caleb hitting .326, 6 extra base hits, 5 runs batted in. And that's ripped out toward center field. Dyson's there. He will haul it in. That ball was absolutely smoked. Maldonado alertly gets back to second. 2 outs.
Now, you can't hit a baseball any harder than that if you're Caleb Cowart. Stay back in this, lines that ball. We talked about that speed and that coverage Dyson has out in center field. Makes it look easy.
Easy and under control.
Yes.
Because that's a ball you can kind of, not literally, but figuratively hyperventilate on. Because it's hit so hard, you're like racing to get over there.
Yeah,
and sometimes you can overrun that baseball.
Yeah, you're almost thinking about maybe I ought to get there just to cut it off, be able to prevent a run for score and to field it on a hop.
I mean, it would be awful if you literally hyperventilated as well. Revere takes a strike.
That might set you back a little bit in that route.
Imagine running for a baseball with a brown paper bag. Yeah, there's your visual for tonight.
Oh, yes.
Revere grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Shoot one to left field. Gamble's there. So the Angels get the 1-out double, but leave him stranded at second base. We'll hit the bottom of the third, but no score. Legends take the court in Los Angeles. Rashard Lewis, Steven Jackson, Mike Bibby, and Al Harrington keep the action going in a 3-on-3 battle for the championship. The Big Three is changing the game Monday at 5 Pacific on FS1. As we start at the bottom of the third with those score 9-1 and 2 coming up to face Leonis Martin.
By the way, I had to go over there and check in on Terry Smith. That foul ball hit right off his scorecard, and he avoided contact.
James Hoy is going out to the mound to talk things over with Jason Ramirez for a second there. Kind of odd. He initially looked into the Mariners dugout. Now
could have been a situation they were waiting to make sure that the time coming back in between innings.
Martin takes upstairs. Ball one. Right fielder.
He could do very well is bunt. Drag bunt, push bunt. Both corner infielders playing in to take that away from him.
Tough season for Martin, hitting 168. 2 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Just his 27th major league game. Earlier this year. Designated for Simon, cleared waivers, went down to AAA. Now back up, 1-2. Fastball. Has upset it himself. Top of the order, and Segura on deck. Full count. Deep counts already for JC tonight.
It's his 3rd full count already in the game.
Got ahead of him, ends up putting the leadoff man on board for the 3rd consecutive inning. Why you've gotten out of it the first 2 innings, you're asking for trouble, especially with the top of the order coming up. Eventually, it's going to come back and haunt you. Segura led off the first with a single. Gamble led off the second with a single.
Martin with real good speed at first. 5 stolen basemen caught twice. Stole 36 bases back in 2013 with Texas.
Off to a big lead at first. Segura looks at a strike. Leaning a little bit there. Segura came in batting .315. 3rd best in the American League. Altuve leading the way at .363. Then Carlos Correa at .320. Marwin Gonzalez just behind Segura. So the Astros with 3 of the top 4 batting average. You had Springer in there. They've got 4 in the top 10. Houston, by the way, is trailing Texas 4-2 in the 5th inning in Arlington.
They're really struggling pitching wise.
Fires on the mound tonight. Has given up 2 home runs, I think. Napoli got him. That was the last one. Kansas City leading the White Sox 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th. White Sox threatening. Minnesota lost. Tampa Bay lost. I guess he's really been deliberate. I mean, he's a slow worker, comparatively speaking, but tonight seems like very deliberate, more so than we've seen before. Martin's on the move. Check swing roller toward first. That's a fair ball. It is a fair ball. 1 out. Kind of hugged that foul line, and the home plate umpire James Hoy made the call.
Like it did stay in fair territory. Huge jump by Martin. Runs that fastball in. He's looking out over the plate, runs it in, and it stays true down that line to get an out. And you're going to have to vary your look back to second. Hamilton Simmons going to try to keep Leonys Martin close. You have a batter that's very aggressive. He swung at the first pitch all last night. Base hit on the first pitch. tonight.
Coward about 10 feet deep into the outfield grass. The shift on. Take off the tip. Nice play by Simmons. I don't think folks realize how difficult that pickoff at second base is for a pitcher, because you've got to spin around 180 degrees and make sure that your arm's in the proper position to throw a strike to second base. A lot of times as you spin, that arm starts to drag and you get a throw like that.
And I think that's something that JC will work on next spring training as he tries to progress as a starter. Never has done that at the major league level, so the pickoff moves, whether the first or even the second, or something he's going to try to improve on during the offseason and into the spring training. It's all about the footwork, both the first and certainly on that spin move, the throw back to second.
Maldonado out to talk things over with JC. And Simmons will join in the conversation. Second such meeting we've had already in this game.
And JC, it was odd at the start of this inning when James Hoy came out to talk to him as he threw that pitch. I don't know if he was uncomfortable, or was that just a conversation with the home plate umpire about time in between innings.
Just inside, 2-1.
His pace has slowed down in this inning. Velocity on the fastball has it. It's 97 there.
Martin over at second base, 2-1. Breaking ball lifted to center. Not very deep. Simmons calling for it.
That's real good communication right away by Anderson Simmons.
Two outs.
Like Trout as the center fielder, the quarterback of that outfield defense. Anderson Simmons, the quarterback of the infield defense, calls off Cowart right away. Second out.
Robinson struck out in the first.
He's got that pine tar working on that shoulder again.
Time call.
They had a chance right there. Anderson got behind Martin very well, had a chance at a quick pickoff. And what you're doing right there, a lot of times there's two different plays as a pitcher. One, you look back and pick up that daylight play, the glove from your shortstop, or he picks up the back of the head and then you turn around and spin a timing play.
3-0. Martin on board. Lead off walk. Moved to second on the ground out by Segura. Second walk of the inning, puts two men on. Cruz coming to the plate.
And that pitch count rising up here now for JC. This in the third inning here with 2 outs, 51 pitches thrown. We're already talking about career highs as far as every category on the pitching side, as far as innings. Never been a starter at the major league level. So you're seeing a lot more pitches thrown. Just trying to keep him under control, and that's one thing Charles Nagy, Mike Scioscia trying to keep an eye on. 139 innings in a third pitch this season. Previous high is 78 2/3. That was last season, pitching out of the bullpen.
Cruz punched out in the first inning. He's got a couple of men on with 2 outs. We're in the third, no score. And that fastball up and in.
And was a starter in the minor leagues. His previous high in the minor leagues, 144 innings pitched. He's getting close to that now at the major league level.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
And that's a different stress level down there as compared to here. That's a dangerous slider right there, hard of the plate. But that was back in 2011 when he threw 144 innings as a starter.
One. That's line to left. Soft little liner off the end of the bat. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. Another pitch that was up in the zone. 2-out walk followed by the 2-out single. Seattle strikes for the first time.
And by the man who's had so many big hits in his career versus the Angels, it's a backup little slider again. You look at that swing path for Nelson Cruz, that plays right into his swing path, and he lines that into the outfield for an RBI. That's the 103rd career RBI against the Angels for Nelson Cruz.
93rd this season. 2 on, 2 out still. Here's Seager. The Angels will play from behind. This is hit sharply and past the diving Coward. Cano coming around to score. Throw by Cole on the first base side, 2-0.
So both walks score this inning.
And we go back to that 9th place hitter hitting a .168. You can't walk the leadoff man, especially with speed.
Waiting for a fastball, it's belt high. Good swing there by Kyle Seager. Lines it past. Good effort though by Coward to try to keep that ball in the infield, and just by his glove. Hit too hard, big play. Boy, it's a big moment right now for JC and the Angels against a very solid hitter here, Ben Gamble.
Ben Gamble at the plate. Off speed upstairs. Just a different JC Ramirez. I mean, even from the get-go. He did a nice job getting out of that first inning, but yeah, there's times where you can just look at a starting pitcher and it's like maybe doesn't feel like he's got his best stuff.
And it's not to make an excuse for JC, but a lot of times when you have a big ceremony like today, your routine is off. As far as your time to get down there and warm up for a bullpen, when you're going to play your long toss before you work your way to the bullpen.
3-0. Can't find a strike zone now. Oh, 3-1. 2 runs in for Seattle. We're in the third. Runners will take off here with a 3-2 count and 2 outs and another walk. We're loaded up now for Dyson. 3 walks in the inning for JC Ramirez.
Pretty solid numbers career-wise and this season with the bases loaded for Dyson.
61 pitches. We're in the 3rd inning. Dyson a fly ball to center field in his first at bat. That was last inning. Dyson didn't like it, neither did the fans, but it's in the upper part of the strike zone. Didn't go. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and 2. One, 2. Breaking ball, foul back.
Right down the heart of the plate, that breaking ball from JC against Dyson.
Another 1-2. Dyson takes a called strike 3. Mariners will leave them loaded, but they strike for 2 runs on 2 outs. A walk, back-to-back singles. Give the Mariners a 2-0 lead as we head to the 4th.
The 4th. Now let's take a look at something to smile about. Brought to you by Cricket on the check swing. Martin Maldonado wanted to see if Dyson went. If Kellogg didn't even say anything, but Nelson Cruz said you didn't go, and Jeff Kellogg said, "Oh yeah, okay, you didn't go." Not a lot of effort there for Jeff on that check swing, but Nelson Cruz helped out, though.
Trout takes a strike. He had a base hit back in the first. One of 2 hits allowed by Erasmo Ramirez. Towering shot to left. Not deep. Gamble coming in.
That might have been fun with the roof closed on that one. Was it that high?
1 out. Albert, a double play ball in the first. 16th he's grounded into this year. No balls and a strike, 1 around.
Both of those pitches on the exact same spot. Albert not liking that call. Shook off that slider, going fastball back inside.
Mislocation there.
A lot of times when you do that, you're like, "Yeah, maybe he was right. Maybe I should have went away."
Oh, 2 pitch. This is out toward right center. Dyson moving over. 2 down. Well, Erasmo Ramirez would be a Cy Young Award winner if all he did was face the Angels. Good numbers. Dominating performance earlier this year for the Rays, and so far so good here. Just a single to Trout in the first, a 1 out double to Maldonado in the third.
Yeah, 6 fly ball outs, 1 punch out. And he doesn't walk hitters. Stays away from the middle part of the plate. Both corners very well. Only 46 pitches.
Two balls, no strikes. Cole grounded out, leading off the second.
And the most he has thrown in a game this season has been 93. Cole working on his golf game there.
Simmons on deck.
Boy, Cole almost thought about that on a 3-0 count. That was right down the heart of the plate. So you might see Cole expand a little bit here.
Polk walked him. Pitch missed down. First free pass issued by Ramirez. We'll bring up Simmons. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Two out to the man on. Simba popped out to Segura in the second. That's on that slow breaking ball from Erasmo.
Well, he's ready for that fastball and a good swing at that fastball, lower part of the strike zone. There's so many big hits this season. Lyanton Simmons had a good hack there.
Popped up. Cano calling for it. Shutdown inning for Erasmo Ramirez. 2-0 Seattle as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Sports West is being brought to you by Hyundai. There's no better time to buy a new Hyundai than now. See your local Hyundai dealer or visit buyhyundai.com. Seattle leads at 2-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning on Edgar Martinez weekend. Jason Ramirez back to work, ended up facing 8 batters in the third inning. Walked 3, struck out 1, and allowed 2 hits. Both of those hits costing him some runs. Zunino grounded into a double play that ended the second.
So far in this game, as far as comparison of his slider and curveball, it seems like his curveball is a little bit more consistent than his slider tonight. .71 pitches now. We're just sitting at a 4th inning for JC Ramirez.
Called strike 3. Down goes Zunino, 1 out.
It's a batter looking and anticipating a breaking ball. Say got a fastball, a lot of the plate. 4 strikeouts, second in a row, looking for JC.
Martin led off the third with a walk. Eventually came around to score.
Pretty good spot. 96, two-seam fastball.
Hit the second. Cowards there. 2 down. They join the Angels Tuesday, August 22nd. Texas Rangers in town at 7:07. Fans will receive a Trout bobblehead. The last of this series, courtesy of Pechanga Resort Casino, while supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com.
Well, that's the bat. JC jammed Segura with a fastball inside. And another fastball in.
That'll sneak through for a base hit. A 2-out single. Second hit of the night for Segura. We'll bring up Yonder Alonso.
20 for 46 this season against the Angels for Segura. Well over 400.
Yonder Alonso, a base hit in the first inning, popped out in the third. 6 hits now allowed by JC Ramirez. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Back to Hackett on the first pitch. That last at bat, he took a breaking ball first pitch strike.
What a what? Just nothing easy for JC. Hasn't gotten quick outs. We got the first 2 outs here on strikeouts and ground out.
It's going to be difficult for him with this pitch count right now to get into that, potentially into the 6th inning if he can.
Segura's on the move. The pitch outside to third on to second. Is not a time.
And that was not stolen on Martin Maldonado. Huge jump for Segura. Get up a 17th stolen base. A lot on that throw, but a quick jump. Try to keep that tag on Segura. There's that mitt also on the hand. Get that foot on the base all the way through his slide.
A 2-1 count on Alonso. Ripped to right field, but fortunately right to Cole Calhoun for the 3rd out. 4 completed, safe go. Seattle leads at 2-0.
Now it's time for the Cold Hard Facts, which are brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. The comeback kings, the Angels, forced to be coming back once again tonight. 7th win. They're trailing by 4+ runs. Leads the majors when they did that last night. 58% of their wins this season have been comeback variety. Well, that's not what you generally would want to blueprint it, but they've been very good. And Albert Pujols even talked about it after the game with Jose Mota, how comfortably they even started in spring training coming back in games.
Crow lines one out to left center field. Gamble's not going to get this one. One hops the fence. CJ racing towards second. He has himself a leadoff double. For Crow, that's his 8th of the season.
Well, that's a good start as far as working your way back in a comeback. A rocket to left center field. Lower part of the strike zone. Talked about numbers against his sinking fastball coming in this game. 372. That was a rocket. One hops the wall in scoring position for Luis Valbuena.
Well, he struck out looking in the 3rd inning. The only punch out that Erasmo Ramirez has picked up tonight. Double by CJ, the 3rd hit allowed by Ramirez. 1 single, 2 doubles. Halos 0 for 2. Men in scoring position. Ground ball to the right side. Cano. Ball popped up on him and dug out by Alonso. 1 out. Crone ends up at 3rd base, and Martin Maldonado coming to the plate.
Hey, what? That's not an easy play when you're playing in the shift now, when you're in that outfield grass, because that lip around the dirt. You know that last night? Kind of a tricky hop once again to Robinson Cano.
Martin with a double in his first plate appearance. Infield back at normal depth, and Maldonado fouls it back.
Very important run to bring home now for Martin Maldonado and the Angels. Good arms in the outfield for Seattle.
A 1 pitch. Lifted out to shallow right. Not going to do it, I don't think. No, it's not going to go anywhere. 2 outs.
Wise decision not challenging Jonas Martin's throwing arm.
So Crone still standing in scoring position. 2 outs now. And it's Caleb Coward. He lined out to Gerard Dyson in the 3rd.
Cut fastball off the inside corner. Percentage-wise of pitches this season, about 26% he'll throw his cut fastball. There it was again.
Revere on deck. Figured Coward will be taking here. 60 pitches for Ramirez. 40 strikes. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. 3 hits allowed. Crone with a leadoff double to start this 5th. There's a strike. Three-one now. Slow roller to the right side. Alonso flips it with the glove, and off the glove of Ramirez, the run will score, and it's 2-1 Seattle. Had no reason to do that either.
I was just going to say, yeah, plenty of time to transfer that ball from the glove to the hand and flip over. Ramirez did a nice job of getting over there quickly to the bag. The flip with the glove, an error by Alonso, allowing the Angels to score their first run of the game. Plenty of time. Ramirez is trying to find the base before he caught the baseball too, and that's why you're not able to make the play, but still plenty of time to flip it normally to the pitcher covering the bag.
They're calling that an error on Ramirez? That's no way. That's got to be on the first baseman. How could you give a pitcher the error on that when the guy tries to glove it over to the pitcher? That'll get changed. I'm sure you appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Either way, it's the 69th error committed by Seattle. Ben Revere will bound with the man at first. The 1-0.
Besides the run, it's a bunch of extra pitches thrown now for Ramirez, saying it's his fault. And now a conversation with Mel Steinmeier Jr. That's a routine play for a first baseman on the flip to the pitcher. Alonso pretty solid as far as a defender at first base. Mentioned 93 pitches thrown in a game was a season high for Ramirez. He's going to throw at least an extra 3, if not more now. Instead of being out of the inning, ahead 2-0. He's only up 2-1 and still out there on the mound.
I'd imagine this conversation with Mel Stoudemire is, hey, listen, bear down. We need you to get this guy, because look at the other guy that's on deck. You got 2 outs. Get this final out.
Yeah,
and leave him there.
We need you to throw a strike right now.
Revere is grounded out and hit a fly ball to left field. So he's 0 for 2. Starting left fielder tonight. And they'll check in on Coward.
And Trout 9 for 22 in his career versus Ramirez, including a home run. So if you're Ben, you're centering in on his zone. You're not going to help him out if it's something borderline close to a strike.
Two and one. Coward's on the move. Throw down by Zunino, not in time. A stolen base.
The third stolen base in 4 attempts for Coward. Big jump. Long throwing motion for Ramirez. Not much of an opportunity for Zunino to low throw. Gets that foot on the base in scoring position now for Revere. That pop up, able to keep the foot on the bases, or trying to keep that glove right on his foot just in case there's separation.
3-1 pitch. Revere check swing foul. Full count. Payoff pitch. And this little liner to center field. Dyson's there, and the inning comes to an end. So Trout will indeed stay on deck. The Angels get a run on the error. It's 2-1 Seattle as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll wrap this series up tomorrow afternoon here at Safeco. Then it's off to D.C. for an off day on Monday. 2 against the Nationals Tuesday night and then Wednesday afternoon. On another off day on Thursday, and then the Orioles at Camden Yards for a 3-game set before the Angels return home for another 9-game homestand. 2-1 Mariners here in the 5th. Little floater out toward right center field. Cole comes in and 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what J.C. Ramirez has not been able to do yet tonight. If he can get through here, especially this part of the order, quickly, maybe he settles in there a little bit more so and get the offense coming up with the Angels having 2, 3, and 4 coming up in the 6th.
Yeah, that was just the first 1 pitch out of the game for J.C. Ramirez.
They did change the error to Alonso, not to Ramirez. The play that Crone scored on, which is what we expected. Cruz with an RBI single gave Seattle the 1-0 lead in the 3rd. Seager followed with an RBI single to make it 2-0 at that point. No. Out toward right. Chasing Cole back on the track. 2 down. A little cooler tonight.
Yeah, warm the first couple of days. That might have been trouble.
Well, tonight we're talking about the Nationals. Bryce Harper taking off the field. Watch this play as his left leg skids off the top of the bag, jams that left knee, and had to be taken off the field. Could not put weight on that left knee.
Well, I just hope he's
okay. That would be awful. You see Dusty Baker's reaction.
Such a great player. Well, I hope he's okay. That didn't look real good.
No. They've had to deal with the injuries to Eaton and to Turner in D.C. Kyle Seager 1 for 2 with that RBI single in the 3rd. J.C. looking for his first 1-2-3 frame. He might get it here. This one's out towards center. It's hit well though. Carrying out toward the wall, and that is gone. I thought he just got underneath it, but it ends up carrying over the fence. And the Mariners get that run back. It's 3-1. A 2-out run. All 3 runs by Seattle tonight with 2 outs.
21st home run that JC has allowed this season. Curveball, and credit Kyle Seager. He stayed back on that breaking ball very well. The dead center field created the lift, the angle, and drives that out. 18th home run of the season for Kyle Seager.
Well, so much for the quick inning and a 1-2-3 frame for JC. So 3-1. Seattle answers right back, unable to get that shutdown inning. There's Ben Gamble. He's been on board twice with a single and a walk. Some movement now in the Angels pen. A couple of guys starting to stretch. The next pitch will be the 90th thrown by Ramirez.
Well, when Gamble's been ahead of the count, that's the type of swing he's seen all season long for him. He has struggled when he's been behind in the count. Pretty patient at the plate.
Two. Fouled back. Able to hang on to it. Fooled him. Looked like he was looking off speed. Just Chavez, first man up.
His pitch count where it's at right now. We talked about the innings at a career high for JC. If he get through this inning, this might be his last inning. And when you see pitches that are elevated like that, a slider that stays up, that's a pretty good indication that crispness on your fastball and even slider are going away from you as that pitch count is added up here tonight.
He's
nothing easy.
But that's been the case all night. He's kind of hasn't had his best stuff. He's, as you like to say, slithered tonight.
Through so far.
And he really has. Almost got out of that third inning, but gave up the 2-out walk, and then Cruz and Seager got singles. 2-2 again. Upstairs, full count. A lot of deep counts. That's why the pitch count's gone up there. And it looks like, and we said this, I said it to you in the commercial break, but visually, he looks like a guy that's frustrated. He doesn't have that eye of the tiger that you normally see when he's feeling pretty good and he's got good stuff and can spot his pitches.
And when you want to have a big season as far as that win total, you have to find ways to win games in which you don't feel you're most comfortable on the mound. Right now, he's kept the team in the game close enough to get through this inning. The way the offense has come back, and had 34 different times this season have come back to win games being behind.
Full count with Dyson on deck. Over towards second. Coward's got it. And the inning is over. But Kyle Seager with a 2-out home run gives the Mariners a 3-1 lead as we head to the 6th inning.
Sports West is being brought to you by the Ram Rebel. Make the most of your summer at the Ram Summer Clearance event going on now.
Seattle's up 3-1 here in the third of a 4-game set. The Angels winning the first 2. This beautiful night here in the Emerald City. Erasmo Ramirez back to work here in the 6th. It'll be Trout, Pujols, and Calhoun coming up. And as we speak, the Mariners start to get action going in their bullpen as well.
They've got to get a lot of innings, pitches out of their bullpen of late also, and it's showing. They've been struggling.
No balls and a strike on Trout. A single in the first inning. A fly ball to left in the 4th. 1 for 2.
He was ready for that pitch inside, but it's a little bit too far off the plate in.
Go upstairs. Check swing, foul.
We talk about the numbers for Trout versus the fastball, and he's the fastball very well at a 320 clip. Not as much on the four-seam fastball upstairs compared to that low fastball. Very good on secondary pitches also at 347 with 10 home runs. As that high fastball could have been called a strike. See where this pitch is located, upper part of the strike zone.
1-2. Bounce a foul. That's a fair ball. I thought it was foul. In the last second, maybe it just took a weird hop there. Seager alertly staying with it. Trout a little bit late coming out of the batter's box. One away.
Almost like thought he was going to try to sell as if it went off his foot. But Seager wisely fields it. Throws it to first. Fields it on the other side of the line.
So they're saying that that ball at some point crossed the corner of the base. Tough to tell. Albert fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pujols. Double play ball in the first, a fly ball to right in the fourth. To 1. Seattle with 2 runs in the third. Took a 2-0 lead. Angels got a run back in the fifth in the air by Alonso, but then Seager's home run made it 3-1. Full count. Calhoun on deck. Here comes the 3-2 to Albert. Foul back.
Casey Lawrence warming up in the bullpen for Seattle.
It's already pitched in the series. Ground ball short. Segura's there. 2 down. So base is clear for Cole.
I think if you're Cole right now, jump on a first pitch fastball. Needing that extra base hit here with 2 outs. Jones with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball got it by him.
Sellout crowd here at Safeco as they retired Edgar Martinez's number before the game. Just can't figure out Erasmo Ramirez. This one off the glove of Alonso. Erasmo is covering. And a 1-2-3 6th inning. Went into the bottom of the 6th. 3-1 Seattle. The Astros are in town, and fans in attendance receive a Nolan Ryan bobblehead courtesy of the Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. While supplies last. For more information, go to angels.com. As we welcome in Jesse Chavez, new pitcher for the Angels, taking over from J.C. Ramirez. Seattle on top 3-1 as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. 25th game. He's got 21 starts under his belt. 6-10 on the season with a 5.37 ERA. Bottom third of the order coming up for Seattle. Dyson, Zunino, and Martin. J.C. Ramirez, while he just allowed 3 runs, he easily could have been pitching a shutout. Just kind of went away from him that third inning. Ended up facing 8 batters, walked 3. 2 of those walks ended up scoring on the singles with 2 outs.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to having a conversation with JC tomorrow, because I thought his fastball was pretty good. I think he went away from that pitch a little bit more so today, throwing a few more sliders and curveballs, because he had good life on his fastball.
Dyson tonight 0 for 2. Fly ball to center and a strikeout. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's a pretty good pitch. I got a lot of the strike zone.
Full count. 4th game for Jesse as a reliever. 1-1 with a 9 ERA. 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 6 strikeouts, no walks. Three-two now. And that is lined to right field, and Dyson is on board with a leadoff single. 4th time tonight in 6 innings that the leadoff man has reached for Seattle. Here comes Zunino.
.27 stolen bases on the season for Dyson. Chavez pretty quick to the plate, though. A little different as far as time to the plate for Chavez and J.C. Ramirez. One pickoff this season for Jesse.
Dyson on the move, throw down a second, a good one. Cowart got him. Wonder if he was just waiting to see if Cowart had the baseball in the glove, because I thought the throw beat him there.
Mentioned much better chance with JC out of the game, and Chavez on the mound as far as quickness to the plate, allowing Martin Maldonado a shot to throw out Dyson. Talk about that pop time, perfect throw, great on the money. And off the bag also, so twice he got him out.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I mean, Dyson felt that he was already out.
Yes.
That's why no real attempt to get back to the base.
So you get 2 outs with that?
But I don't know that, you know what? Now that we say that, Will Little didn't make an out call.
He did initially. Yeah, but it looked like it was, I was waiting to think maybe did he hold on to the baseball or not. I mean, he's out there. even before the foot goes away from the base.
Hand was on the foot. This one's out toward right center field, chasing Trout back. Zunino goes out, number 2. Chester's gone to back-to-back full counts to the first 2 batters here in the 6th. He's got 2 outs.
And it was that conversation I'm looking at Trout and Calhoun. They were surprised how far that ball drifted back. Baseball's carrying well here, especially that center field area tonight, and it has this season here at Safeco. And even going back to last year, used to think of this ballpark as a difficult park to hit home runs. Not as much as it used to be.
Leonys Martin walked and scored in the 3rd, grounded out in the 4th. Yeah, every ballpark's a bandbox now, it seems like.
Even when you look at stadiums, even like Dodger Stadium now.
Oh, 1. One ball, 2 strikes.
It's a good miss right there, though, by Chavez. Just a little bit off the corner. Might get him to chase that fastball away if you go to the same spot.
Hit towards the hole. Diving stop by Simmons with Martin's speed. Even if he comes up with it cleanly, I don't think you're going to get him. So an infield base hit.
A great range, even though he has a great throwing arm. No way you're throwing at Martin, even though he didn't quite get the grip of the baseball. Infield hit. Martin can run well also.
Segura with a couple of hits tonight. Takes down low. Three-1 Seattle here in the bottom of the 6th inning. One to one. Good lead for Martin over at first with 2 outs. Thought about going, stayed. Segura takes a strike. Halos down 3-1. In the 7th, they'll have Simmons, Cronin, Valbuena. More than likely to face Casey Lawrence. Martin's on the move. This was down the line, slicing away from Calhoun and toward the seats.
Seventh inning magic last night in the game for the Angels.
Just 3 hits tonight for the Angels. A single and 2 doubles. Martin steps off. Machado stepped off and they got him out in second. Maybe we'll take a look at him. Martin took off. Chavez picked over to first.
So that has to be one of the quickest tags you're going to see. I didn't think they had a shot at him.
Good throw by Cron.
He got a lot on that throw. Quick tag.
He's safe.
It looked like he got in there.
I thought so.
Well, how quick those hands are for Simmons.
Not going to challenge it. Well, maybe that angle there looked as if the foot wasn't on the base.
Yeah.
Hadn't arrived
like that
yet.
Little bit of a pop slide with that front foot. That quick tag. Wow. Andrelton Simmons, what a good throw though. By C.J. Cron also. See that foot in the air. Close, but no challenge. The top of the 7th. Let's take a look at our top tier plays brought to you by Arco from last night in the 7th inning. Some very good swings, including Albert Pujols with the base loaded, C.J. Cron with a big base hit, bringing in Mike Trout, Andrelton Simmons doing Andrelton Simmons type stuff, doubles down the line, driving in another run. Part of that comeback last night down by 4, and the winning 6-5 last night. All started in the 7th inning.
New pitcher on for Seattle. Casey Lawrence takes over. This will be his 2nd appearance of the series. Inning in 2/3 scoreless on Thursday. He's going to face Simmons, Cron, and Valbuena. The Angels half of the 7th inning. Erasmo Ramirez the starter. Went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 run. Again, basically what he's done against the Angels in his big league careers. The first one's inside. Andrelton 0 for 2 against Erasmo Ramirez, popping up to short, popping up to second. He's up the count. Lawrence, a waiver claim from the Toronto Blue Jays back in May. Underneath it out the left. Gambles there. On down.
3 pop-ups, fly balls for Simmons tonight. This got underneath all 3.
Cron 1 for 2, led off the 5th with a double, and eventually scored on the Yonder Alonso error. Run that Ramirez allowed, of course, unearned because of that error.
So those numbers career-wise against the Angels even go further down.
Yep. Cron bouncing to his left side. Seager can't get him. CJ with a 2-hit game.
Continues that hot month of August. 2 hits tonight, single and a double. And that one inside, gets it through the hole between short and third. Coming in the game in the month of August, Cron 382 batting average, 2 hits tonight. Valbuena representing the tying run at the plate.
Luis 0 for 2, strikeout, a ground out.
It looks like they're going to pitch him away. Shift on the right side of the infield. Seager by himself on that left side.
One-0. That's ripped out to right field. Got a chance to get out of here. Gone! Big fly for Luis Valbuena. We're tied at 3.
Seventh inning magic again tonight at Safeco Field. Just like we talked about, Valbuena a chance to tie it, and he does so with a big fly to right field. 12th of the season. Talk about a baseball getting out quickly and getting back on the field to play quickly from the fans. Tried to go away, too much of the plate, and Valbuena, the bat flip, the tie game.
That ball has some sound.
Got that foot down, and you talk about clearing those hips and barrel the bat, a rocket out.
Martin Maldonado up. And got a hanging breaking ball there.
That is some sound.
One from Lawrence. Tight, 2 balls and a strike.
Speaking of sound or lack thereof here at Safeco Field, now quiet after seeing the Angels coming back again tonight and tying this one up.
Two. He went around on the breaking ball, 2 outs.
Going back to my Hyundai key for this game tonight. Something from nothing. This one, it looked like the club has been struggling at the plate. Down by 2. Big swing from Luis Valbuena. Tied it up again. This club been resilient. Going with pitches. Taking advantage of mistakes. And that's what happened. We got a tie game here now in Seattle.
Caleb Coward takes outside. He's 0 for 2. Line down sharply to Dyson in center field in the 3rd inning. Reached on the error by Alonso. Brought home the first run. 3-3 game in the 7th. Luis Valbuena tying it up. 1-1. There's the 1-1 pitch, and that is downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pretty good off-speed pitch.
He sold that changeup very well.
Two off the plate, full count.
And he might come back now with a 3-2 changeup.
Top of the order, Ben Revere on deck. Three-two. Off speed, line to second. Cano's got it. Inning is over, but Kroll with a 1-out single. Valbuena followed suit with a 2-run blast to tie things up here in the 7th.
Well, he stayed back, got a mistake, and he turned on it, made him pay for it. Tie game. Angels 3-3 with Seattle.
Angels Baseball on Fox Sports West is being brought to you by GMC.
Tied at 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jesse Chavez back out for his 2nd inning of work. Luis Valbuena tying it up with a home run. And Gene Segura, who was at the plate when Martin got picked off and thrown out at 2nd, will lead things off. He'll be followed by Yonder Alonso and then Robinson Cano. 2 hits tonight for Segura. He's ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes. Some action going in the Angel pen, but it's not happening in a hurry. There's a strike, 2-1.
Middleton getting ready.
3-1. Staying away from him. That's a pretty good poke, folks. Go the opposite way. Tells you the power Segura has.
Well, the way he keeps his hands low like that, he gets through the baseball so quickly.
Full count. Out toward right. In on the hands just enough. One down. Tips Alonso. Alonso 1 for 3. Hit this one up the middle. It's a base hit. Not hit very sharply, but with the shift on, nothing Coward can do.
And another base hit on the first pitch. Talked about that last night on an 0-0 count put in play. 582 last night. 2 hits on first pitch swinging and put in play tonight.
Cano, a strikeout, a walk with a run scored, and a fly ball to right. Cano with really good numbers against Jesse Chavez. 11 for 26 in his career. That's a .423 average.
So basically, you're saying he's due to make an out, though.
And Cruz behind him, 7 for 17. 2-0.
Pitcher's pitch right there from Chavez against Robinson Cano. If he swings at that, more likely it's going to be on the ground. A chance at a double play. He's rolled into quite a few of them. He mentioned that earlier tonight. 17 times he's rolled into a double play.
2-1 out toward the alley in right center field. It'll go to the wall. Alonso racing toward third. He's going to be waved in. Here comes the relay throw from Andrelton Simmons. A good one, and Alonso is gunned down for out number 2. Manny Acta gambling, but doing so with the gun of Andrelton Simmons.
So many ways he can win a game. 0 for 3 at the plate, but a couple outstanding defensive plays. Textbook as far as relay throw in. A rocket by Robinson Cano, quickly getting the baseball and getting into the cutoff man. And Andrelton Simmons, quick on the transfer, 1 hop and out easily at the plate. Alonso's thinking he's going to be able to score the go-ahead run, takes a look, and he's out by a lot. What a throw by Andrelton Simmons.
And with Nelson Cruz coming up, that's going to be it for Jesse Chavez with 2 outs and a man at third base. It's a 3-3 game, a pitching change. Keenan Middleton coming on for the Angels.
Excellent throw by Anderson Simmons. Good relay by Cole Calhoun. It's our tools and trade brought to you by Ram Trucks. Textbook. Getting in quickly to your cutoff man, turning the body right away, and Anderson Simmons with a one-hop bullet to the plate to get Alonso at the dish. Martin Maldonado applies the tag. Perfect throw, perfect relay. Cole to Anderson to Martin for the out at the plate to keep it tied.
Keenan Middleton called upon here with Cano standing at third base. Robinson gets credited with a double, went to third on the throw home.
Let's take a look at what's in the tank, brought to you by 76th, 43rd game for Keenan Middleton, 4.03 ERA, winning pitcher last night.
Nelson Cruz, 1 for 3, RBI single in the third inning. 2 outs, a 3-3 game. Keenan faced Cruz last night and struck him out. 2 balls, no strikes.
See Martin motion to Keenan this to slow down. Don't be too quick on your delivery.
So he's pumped up to be pitching up in this area. Oregon native. 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. But Cruz pulled off of that one.
Firm fastball up in part of the strike zone. 98 from Keenan.
Three and 1. Seager's on deck. Broken bat roller, left side. Simmons has to come in on it. Fires to first, got him. What a pitch by Keenan Middleton. Shatters the bat of Nelson Cruz. And overall, terrific inning by Calhoun, Simmons, and Middleton.
Oh, the glove, the defense for the Halos, and a perfect pitch and firm throw across the diamond. Still tied.
For wild card position in Game 3 of this 4-game series as we head to the top of the 8th inning here at Safeco Field. Ken Fringe back with you, and don't forget, following the game is Angels Live, presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers with myself and Jose Mona, where we get highlights from the game and also highlights from a special pregame ceremony where Edgar Martinez had his number 11 retired, just the second Mariner ever to have their number retired. The first, of course, being this guy, Ken Griffey Jr. That was last summer, but this past April, he had this statue unveiled in his honor And when Griffey was asked about it, he said, yeah, I'm looking at it like I hit it 450-ish. Well, the big question now is, will Edgar Martinez be the next Mariner to have a statue outside of Safeco Field? We'll send it back to you guys.
They probably get to 450 now with the way the baseball's been flying out. As we take a look at the American League wildcard standings, the Minnesota Twins, and currently in that #2 spot, lost tonight in walk-off fashion. The Tigers, Justin Upton with a home run in a wild game. Kansas City finally lost, or won, I should snap their losing streak. Tampa Bay lost. Baltimore was leading.
And the Yankees had lost their game earlier to Boston.
Yep.
So pick up a game against them.
And Baltimore leading 9-5. That game in the 8th. Tony Zych takes over. This 43rd game. Top of the order coming up for the Angels. Second appearance of the series for Zych. Revere 0 for 3. A ground out, 2 fly ball outs. He will take downstairs for ball 1.
Zych's fastball's 92-95. We'll throw a slider. There's a lot of sliders. Occasional changeup.
2 balls, no strikes. Zych purchased from the Chicago Cubs in April of last year. They're pitching in 12 games for the Mariners at the major league level. Probably 13 games that first season of 2015. Last year just 12 games. Up to 42 games this year with a 2.15 ERA.
Can get wild though,
Yeah.
even though his ERA is good. 19 walks and 37 and 2/3 innings pitched.
His whip is almost at 1.2 for a reliever. Seager in over at third base on the grass. 2-1 count on Ben. Trout's on deck. Breaking ball misses. 3-1.
And if you're Ben Revere, you want to start this, get this rolling here in the 8th, make him throw you a strike. He gets the strike, line it. If not, work that walk, put pressure on that infield of Seattle.
3-1. And there's a leadoff walk to start the 8th. It'll bring up Trout as 1 for 3.
Remember last night it was that patience at the plate working some walks. 2 of the walks scored in that 7th inning and 9th inning. Good patience there for Ben Revere. Good speed also at first.
Check in on Ben. Trout 0 for 2 in his career against Zych. Revere 17 stolen bases. He's been caught 5 times. Second on the team to Cameron Maybin, who's 25.
And Zych has allowed 3 stolen bases in 3 attempts.
Two balls, no strikes. Leadoff walk to Ben. He's over at first base. Pujols on deck. Time called by Trout. Two-one pitch off the plate. 3-1.
Boy, Trout on those hitters counts, 3-1 counts this season when he puts it in play, hitting .556 including 2 home runs.
And he walked a back-to-back walks to start the 8th.
And real good speed on the bases. So Noel Stoudemire Jr. going to go out and pay a visit to Zick.
Nobody warming for Seattle. Mark Sipchinski already loose and ready to go. He pitched last night. He would come on to get Calhoun, or at least face Calhoun, not necessarily get him. Long conversation. The meeting of the minds broken up. Revere standing at second, Trout at first.
And Albert has been very good as far as producing runs, driving in runs since the start of last season. 4th most RBIs since the start of last year. 189 RBI for Albert.
You try to start things here? Start Revere and Trout?
Definitely.
Early on, right?
Yes.
Put the pressure on Zick. He's struggling with command right now.
And he's not going to try to be quicker to the plate, so he's going to try to make sure he's throwing a strike, especially when you're facing somebody like Albert Pujols.
Albert hitless tonight, 0 for 3. One 1-0. Albert 2 for 6 in his career against Zick. Can't find the strike zone.
And Mike Trout, when you're the trail runner, you have to make sure the guy in front of you is going. He's got a big lead at first.
Albert lines one out to left center field. That'll get down and go to the wall. Here comes Revere. Trout racing around third. No relay to the plate. A 2 RBI double by the machine. Halos lead it 5-3.
And right on cue, Albert, what he has done since the start of last season. Make that 191 RBI now with that 2 RBI double by Albert. And both walks scored. Talked about the walks and the patience last night to score some runs. This one right down the heart of the plate. And a perfect swing by Albert. Lines that baseball to the gap. It looked like for a while that Gamble was maybe going to try to dive at that baseball, but couldn't even cut that one off. Instead, both runners scored with that speed on the bases.
Gooby, I was thinking the exact same thing, as if he was timing that dive.
We've seen him make so many of those plays already in his young career.
True. Nobody out. And Zick stays in. That's ripped to right field. Another hit. Pujols will be stopped at third. So the Angels have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the 8th inning.
Well, he stayed back and lined that ball to right field for a single, trying to add on and separate the Mariners and the Angels here with that swing.
Here's Simmons, hitless so far tonight.
But he's definitely made his presence felt with the glove and the arm tonight. Can he do it with the bat now to add on?
Infield playing halfway. The slider misses outside. Simmons 0 for 1 in his career against Zick. Foul tipped into the bin.
Yeah, Simmons so good on a 4-seam fastball upstairs. Had a good hack at it, but not quite did it barrel the bat.
Over to first base, Cole back. Back-to-back walks to Revere and Trout. Pujols with a 2 RBI double. Calhoun with a single. 5-3 Halos. Nobody out here in the 8th. The 1-1. And that's fouled back. 1-2.
This is where Anderson really adjusts on a swing. 2 strikes on him. Shortens up. Good coverage the entire plate.
Breaking ball out toward left. It'll be deep enough to score Pujols. Gamble underneath it, makes the catch. Here comes Albert. A sac fly for Andrelton Simmons, 6-3 Angels.
Mentioned that adjustment he makes at the plate as well as anybody. Gets the job done. A high five from Albert running back to the dugout. High five from his teammates. Same thing with Albert with his swing. 3-run lead now for the Angels.
Here's C.J. Cron, multi-hit game for him tonight. 2 hits, a double and a single, 2 runs scored.
Boy, Zick with a lot of pitches, lower part of the strike zone, should play in the swing of C.J. Cron. That time he tried to elevate and he jammed him. A little impatient on that one for C.J. He's been good as far as laying off that pitch.
One and two. Now about a half inning ago they were doing the wave. The Cano double to right center field. Simmons quieted the crowd down. And it is very quiet here at Safeco on a sold out crowd with 3 runs here in the 8th so far. 1-2. Slider gets it. 2 down.
That's pretty wicked slider there. The Cron after a couple pitches inside. But really the big at bat so far prior to this inning was Luis Valbuena's 2-run home run in the 7th to tie it up. Pretty good balance in that lineup. Take a look at our in-game box score brought to you by Nissan. Valbuena up at the plate. Now 2-run home run. 7th. Albert Pujols, a 2-run double here in the 8th. Sac fly by Andrelton Simmons.
1 for 3 game for Luis. Takes outside. Astros lost to the Rangers tonight 8-3. They've lost 5 consecutive in 12 of the last 18.
And they're giving up some runs.
1-1. Cole standing at first base. 2 outs here in the 8th. Didn't really want to swing it down. 1-2.
But if he makes contact, it's a pretty good shot. That ball could just roll down that left side of the infield for a hit.
Fouled off. Another 1-2 from Zick. Breaking the ball down goes Valbuena. The top of the 8th is in the books, but the Angels get back-to-back walks to start the 8th inning. Pujols made him pay for it with a big double to the alley in left center field, his 614th double of his career.
And you're talking about the top 4 as far as RBIs since the start of last season, coming through again, the machine.
I want to remind you that MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live Angels baseball. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Angels home screen icons and app features as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, StatCast news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat and do it today. Blake Parker takes over on the mound for the Angels. This will be his 56th appearance of the season. 3-2 record at 2.49 ERA. He replaces Keenan Middleton, who's got Nelson Cruz to ground out to end the 7th. Mariners here in the 8th have Seager, Gamble, and Dyson. And a big inning to retire the side in order. You don't want to get into the 9th inning having to face Cano or Cruz or anything like that.
Yeah, you want to make sure Cruz next at bat is tomorrow afternoon. Good first pitch strike too, all speed. Seager's been jumping on a first pitch fastball tonight.
2-hit game for Seager. He'll shoot this one out the left. That ball's hit well. Revere going back near the wall, makes the catch. That's pretty good poke going the opposite way for Seager. It's the first out of the 8th.
Yeah, basically homered to center field. His last at bat, getting hot. Swinging the bat very well, using the entire field, but Ben Revere able to run it down.
Halos have a new second baseman in Cliff Pennington. Caleb Coward moves over from second to third, so Luis Valbuena is done for the night. Gamble 1 for 2, a single, walk, and a ground out. What a what? Good off-speed pitch.
Nasty split. '94 on the outside corner, followed by a split finger fastball that the bottom drops. You'll see that Parker starts with the split finger grip.
Now the 1-2. Dirk. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two to Gamble. Broken down roller foul into this new lumber. J.C. Ramirez got the start. Went 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 7 hits, struck out 4, walked 3. Jesse Chavez, an inning and 2/3, scoreless baseball, gave up 4 hits. Helped out by that terrific relay. Calhoun to Simmons to Maldonado for the second out, and that was Chavez's last bat of the Cano double. And Middleton 1/3 of an inning getting the ground down off the bat of Nelson Cruz, who shattered his bat in the 7th inning. Another 2-2, and this one's fouled off.
Yeah, Vic, we talked about that on the pregame show about the defense and how important it's been for this club. We talk about so often about their comebacks and wins in games, but it's really been their defense. It's really allowed them that opportunity to get back and win these games. What a perfect relay from Calhoun to Simmons to Maldonado. Otherwise, it's a different game.
And really, not a very good send by Manny Acta, the third base coach. Alonso doesn't run that well. You've got 1 out, and you've got Nelson Cruz on deck, so at worst, you've got second and third, 1 out.
Yeah, there's time to take chances, and there's times to sit back and realize this guy is an RBI machine coming up to the plate for you.
Alonso just ran out of gas by the time he got to third. 2-2, down goes Gamble. Maldonado throws down to Crone and complete the strikeout. 2 down.
And going back to that play, how outstanding that was. First started by Cole Calhoun, who got to that baseball quickly. And what you're supposed to do as an outfielder is get that ball to the relay man as quick as possible. And that's exactly what Cole did. Hustled after the baseball. See how quickly turns, gets it to Andrelton Simmons on the 1 hop, and then a firm, perfect throw to the plate. You can't draw that out any better than that. Textbook as far as a relay throw and perfect throw to the plate. Set and started by Cole Calhoun, finished by Andrelton Simmons.
Fastball into the knees for Dyson. 1 for 3. Single, fly ball to center, and a strikeout.
By the way, with that punch out for Parker, that's 65 strikeouts and 51 in the 3rd innings pitched this season.
No 1. 0-2. Just got a piece of it.
Will take a shot at a fastball away, especially when you have to protect. It's a nasty split finger fastball.
Out towards shallow center, it'll fall in for a 2-out base hit.
Went back with a splitter. That got a little bit more of the strike zone than Parker wanted to. So you can see he was just sitting back trying to make contact on a splitter. That's why it'd be difficult to catch up at 94, 95. See, this, he's choked up in the bat. That's the only pitch right there he can try to make contact with if it's elevated. Now, if it's a nasty splitter in the dirt, probably doesn't make contact, but it's more difficult on a fastball.
Eighth place hitter Mike Zunino at the plate. Oh for 3 tonight. Tipped into the mitt.
And if you're able to get Zunino, you could still manage to get out of the 9th inning without facing Cano and Cruz. Very important batter right here for Parker and the Angels.
Oh, 1. No balls, 2 strikes. Don't bother trying to set up anything. Just
try it again. Bounce it.
Dyson's been thrown out trying to steal. That was in the 6th inning. Good throw by Martin. He's on the move. 2 swing and a miss. Down goes Zunino. We will head to the 9th inning with the Angels on top 6-3.
Blake Parker continues to deal. Angels up 6-3 going to the 9th. For the business of sports, brought to you by AutoNation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed.
Christian Bergman taking over for Tony Zick, who gave up the 3 runs in the 8th inning. 4-4 mark. 5.44 ERA, called up AAA today. He's going to get 8-9-1 for the Angels here in the 9th. Martin Maldonado ready to lead things off. All 14 appearances for Bergman at AAA Tacoma this year as a starter. Martin rips one out to deep left center field. Gamble, Dyson going back. It'll one-hop the fence, over the fence. A ground rule double for Martin Maldonado. His 2nd double of the night.
15 doubles in the season for Martin Maldonado. career highs in almost every category this season. Fastball hard to the plate, and Maldonado made him pay for it. He crushed that ball to left center field. Trying to get some insurance runs here in the ninth.
There's Caleb Coward. Showing bunt and rolls it foul. Caleb's 0 for 3. Line down to Cano, his last plate appearance. And Revere on deck. Now bunting, grab right back to the mound. Bergman, just Maldonado. Now a little rundown here. Coward is going to get thrown out at second, so they're going to turn that into a double play. Nice job by the Seattle Mariners, really, especially Seager on a quick tag as Maldonado tried to dive underneath it.
And quickly threw back to second base. Sometimes you're content with that play. Looks like they want to take a look at it to make sure there was a tag applied here. Associate wants to know if there was a tag applied or running out of baseline there. See if there's a tag. There's nothing there. And there's no tag.
I didn't see a tag.
No, I think it's worth it.
He didn't say it went out of the baseline either. He pointed as if there was a tag.
Yeah, Ron Renicky looked right away, and then Mike Scioscia. We talk about changing the whole inning right now, potentially. Sure didn't look like there was any tag applied. Seager has that look as if he didn't apply the tag. But quickly made that throw to second, though, to get an out there.
Headset's coming off. Out.
See if there's a tag applied. Maybe just touch that shoulder at that point.
Yeah, it looked like the glove maybe moved a little bit, but it seemed like he kept the tag on as if he didn't.
I still don't see a tag there at that angle.
Yeah, I think you're right. That'll be a call stands as opposed to a call confirmed. A ball with strike on Revere. Looks like Cam Bedrosian getting ready for the Angels. He'll pitch the ninth. 9-1-2 coming up for Seattle. Martin, Segura, and Alonso. Ground ball to second. Cano's got it. There's a done here in the ninth inning. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth. 6-3 Halos with Cam Bedrosian coming in to try to lock it down. Of the ninth inning, Cam Bedrosian takes over. They're trying to close it out. Cam at 2-2 with a 3.81 ERA. This will be his 28th game. 4 saves on the year, 35 strikeouts, 8 walks, and 26 innings of work. He closed out Thursday's game, his first since April 18th. The Angels have had a number of pitchers pick up some saves this year because it was Bedrosian early on to be the closer. But Houston Street on the shelf, and then he went on the shelf, but Norris took over. But you see there, most different pitchers with a save this year with 7. Petit's picked up 2 of them. Middleton's picked up. And it's just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it is definitely a closure by committee. A committee of 7.
Leonys Martin to lead things off. He walked and scored in the 3rd, grounded out of the 4th. Had a single, but then was picked off in the 6th. So 1 for 2. 9th place hitter Segura to follow, then Yonder Alonso. If the inning continues, Robinson Cano. One ball and strike. Bedrosian in that Thursday save had Heredia, Gamble, and Ruiz. Set them down in order with 2 strikeouts. 1-1. Found back 1-2.
Velocity on the fastball there from Cam Bedrosian. Starting to get back that velocity on his fastball, 94, 95.
Swing and a foul tip.
Well, swing and miss on a
Swing
hard
and miss.
slider. That's a sound in the dirt. That was that sharp of a breaking
Man,
ball.
I thought he got a piece of it.
That spin
One out
on the dirt. Good block, really, by Maldonado. You talk about a sharp wipeout breaking ball. Cam Bedrosian threw a perfect one.
By the way, that call at third base and Maldonado, they confirmed that call. Here's Segura, 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. Fouls off the first one. Check swing again.
Oh. That's a sharp breaking ball. It didn't cross the plate. That's pretty strong wrist. They'll prevent that from happening. I think he did. Strong Segura.
Three and one. Broken bat flare to center. And a 1-out single. 3rd hit of the night for Gene Segura. He continues to terrorize the Angels. We'll bring up Yonder Alonso.
That's 7 hits in this series.
Alonso tonight 1 for 3 with a walk. Slider did not go. One for 4 in his career against Pedrosia. Out toward right center. Cole's there. 2 down.
Now it's time for the Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Albert Pujols with that big swing, that double, breaking the tie in the 8th inning, put the Angels in the lead. 2 more RBI for Albert. 72 on the season, 1,889 in his career for the machine. After 2 walks, Albert made him pay, driving in 2, giving the Angels the lead here, 6-3 in the 9th.
439 go-ahead hits since 2000. Most in baseball since 2000. Six, 3, 2 outs. Segura at first. Nobody holding him on. He'll take second. Cano will look at a strike. The 1. Well, that's a really close pitch. 1 ball and strike. Nelson Cruz on deck. Don't even want to get into that situation. Here's the 1-1, way outside, 2-1.
The conversation, that's exactly what Martin Maldonado was telling Cam Drozen. It's the batter you want, a very good hitter at the plate, but you got to go out and challenge him.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Segura standing at second base. Cano backing out. Pedrosion ready. Now the 2-2. Just off the plate, full count.
Pretty good take there by Robinson Cano. Real good idea of the strike zone.
3-2 count, 2 outs. Bedrosian trying to close it out. Angels looking for their 5th straight. (3-2) out towards center field. Long run for Trout. Racing back on the track. Light that baby up as the Angels take the 3rd consecutive game against Seattle tonight. The final 6-3.
And talked about it in the pregame, talked about during the game. That defense is won us some games, and Cam Bedrosian picks up his 5th save. Keenan Middleton picks up back-to-back W's. He's 4-0, but the defense, a great relay and throw from Simmons and Albert Pujols with a clutch 2-run double in the 8th inning. But Trout running that one down to 35th comeback victory, most in Major League Baseball, as the Angels now in that 2nd wild card spot after another comeback victory. Unbelievable what this team can do late.
Take a look at the standings. We mentioned the Yankees lost today, as did the Minnesota Twins. The Royals won. Seattle, of course, just lost. Tampa Bay got shut out. Baltimore defeated Oakland. It's a tight-knit race in the wild card, but the Angels continue to chip away and have put themselves in that number 2 spot. Luis Valbuena with a 2-run shot to tie things up. And after a couple of walks in the 8th inning, Albert Pujols with a game-winning hit as Keenan Middleton for the 2nd straight night picks up the W, while Bedrosian locks down the save. And overall, the Angels with 8 hits. They were out-hit today, 13-8.
Victor, doesn't seem like somebody new every night is doing something special. Valbuena, 2-run home run tying it up, and then Albert Pujols.
Well, Cole Calhoun is the one that started that relay that gunned down Yonder Alonso. That could have changed the game. It actually did change the game for the 2nd out at the plate. Cole is down on the field with Jose Mota.
Thanks, Victor. They talk about good at-bats being contagious, hitting being contagious. How about good defense and the way you guys have been playing here lately?
Been playing awesome. Been throwing the ball well, getting the runs that we need to put up W's right now, and it's been big. If this series is any indication, it's a team that's sticking together and playing together at the right time.
Specifically, take me through what it takes to get the perfect relay in, get it to the right hands to get that last throw in on a strike.
We have a saying in the outfield: if you want an assist, you just get the ball to Simmons. So ball's in the gap. I turned around and got it in as quick as I possibly could, and Simmons did the rest. Made a great throw and got a big run right there. That had to put him up by 1, and then that inning we come out and we score 3, end up winning the ball game. So that was huge.
Comeback is, of course, a big theme right now. What has led to the many comebacks you guys have had?
We just don't quit. We don't stop believing and go out and play together. So we got trust in everybody in there, and that's what good teams are made of.
How tough or how easy is it to not get caught up looking at the standings? Of course, knowing where you're at.
I mean, it's tough, but we got to handle our own business. So we can't be